An early morning mercy dash on the northern coast of France. Asylum seekers, some as young as 2, are rushing to the beach to board a boat to cross the English Channel. But then a smoke grenade fired by police trying to stop the group from entering the beach near Calais. But it doesn't deter them. Now they're racing towards another part of the coastline, hoping a boat destined for England is waiting for them. But just a few metres from the shore, their hopes of leaving for the UK are dashed. About 20,000 migrants have crossed the Channel illegally from France this year. That's about 800 people a week.
This type of confrontation happens a few times a month, maybe more. Sometimes we are here to testify, to document it, and sometimes we are not.
A few kilometres away, migrants and people smugglers are living in these camps. They're dotted around the coastal city of Calais. It's rare for media to get access.
It's of course scary, but we are trying to have a better life, so.
Michael is from Eritrea and has been living here for 2 months with his family.
We then got enough food, clean place, and we have kids. Sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's windy, so it's difficult to stay here. That's why we are trying.
Yeah, why the UK? Why are you so desperate to get there?
Because we get papers in UK.
Year on year, the UK has failed to stem the number of asylum seekers making the dangerous boat journey, despite promises by successive leaders and billions of dollars spent.
That's why one of our 5 pledges to the British people is to stop the boats.
Anyone entering the UK illegally may now be relocated to Rwanda.
Over 170,000 asylum seekers have arrived in small boats since records began in 2018, stirring anti-immigration sentiment, particularly in communities housing asylum seekers. Earlier this week, 10 protesters were arrested after a violent anti-immigration demonstration in Essex. But the current Prime Minister says he has the solution.
For the very first time, migrants arriving via small boat will be detained and returned to France. In exchange for every return, a different individual will be allowed to come here.
The Labor government is calling its new policy one in, one out. The leader of the right-wing Reform Party, Nigel Farage, has been capitalising on the saga and has been surging in the polls.
This will do nothing at all, and it's all well and good blaming the French or blaming the criminal gangs. End of the day, the fault lies with us. There is a solution. And of course, there's one country to look to, isn't there? Australia. Because Australia faced a very similar phenomenon. Prime Minister Abbott in 2012 towed the boats back to Indonesia and the problem stopped. And we've got to do something as tough as that.
Back in France, many waiting to leave seem unfazed by the new policy.
And even if the government makes it hard for you to come in, you'll keep trying?
Yeah, we try.
Yeah.
Because if we are not trying, we are not rich there. We just keep trying, even though there is more police, we just keep trying.
Fari Mathuson has lived in the area for 15 years and has volunteered at refugee camps for almost all of that time. She also thinks the new laws won't work.
Nothing will stop them to go. It makes people maybe take more risk because they will not stop to cross the borders. I'm sure they will not stop.
They're waiting for a text from people smugglers telling them when the next boat will leave. The next morning, another group attempts to cross. They ran towards the beach before police saw them.
We've been told that since the 1-for-1 law had been announced, there'd been an increase in police presence on this French coastline, and this morning was indicative of that. We saw about 40 men try and make their way out into the sea. There was a boat already waiting for them. They'd been hiding in these sand dunes for a significant amount of time. But just as they entered the water, French military spotted them. They called in police from other parts of the beach, and they've now been escorted to another location. We're not sure where it is. We're going to keep following them. You trying to get to England?
Yes, I try for going to England.
Been trying for a long time?
Yes, 100 times I try after I'm going to England.
Police take the men to be assessed by paramedics. Life returns to normal at the beach. The dreams these men have of starting a new life will have to wait. Elias Kluwer, ABC News, Calais.